Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome everyone to our Decision Science video presentation. Today, we will be exploring two highly relevant topics in the world of operations and business strategy, which are linear programming and also project scheduling. This presentation is brought to you by Group 4, consisting of Nuri Shabila, 2210890, Izati Shahira, 2219470, Yasmin Emilia, 2310982, and last but not least, Nurul Mawaddah, 2313834. We will take you through the concepts, real-life applications, and even connect them with values from the Al-Quran, emphasizing how decision science aligns with Islamic ethics. First of all, let us begin with linear programming. What is linear programming? Linear programming is a mathematical technique used to find the best optimal possible outcome given a set of limited resources and constraints. For instance, finding maximum profit or minimum cost. This method is widely used in business, economics, logistics, and even agriculture. It helps in making optimal decisions by evaluating different options while staying within limits such as budget, time, or raw materials. To put it simply, if you are trying to make the most out of what you have, linear programming is definitely your go-to goal. Now, let's head to the importance of linear programming. So why is linear programming important? Let's look at its key benefits. The first one is maximizing profit. By determining the best mix of products, services, or strategies, linear programming helps businesses generate higher revenues while minimizing waste. Secondly, it minimizes costs. Linear programming ensures no extra money, effort, or resources are spent unnecessarily. This contributes directly to financial efficiency and also sustainability. As for the third point, improving productivity. This is because linear programming helps to allocate resources such as labor, machines, and materials in the most efficient way, which boosts overall productivity. And last but not least, it encourages logical, strategic thinking as it requires you to define your objectives and constraints clearly. This structured approach forces you to think logically and consider all possible outcomes before deciding. This method is closely interrelated with the Quranic verse Al-Isra verse 27. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم إن المبذرين كانوا إخوان الشياطين وكان الشيطان لربه كفورا, which means, surely the wasteful are like brothers to the devils, and the devil is ever ungrateful to his Lord. This verse highlights the moral obligation to avoid wastefulness. Linear programming supports this by helping us, first, to avoid waste by utilizing every resources with purpose. Second, promote balance and fairness in resource distribution. And last but not least, align decisions with intentional, meaningful outcomes. To conclude, by applying linear programming, we embody the values of discipline, stewardship, and gratitude for what Allah has entrusted to us. Next, let's take a closer look into the practical scenario to see how linear programming works. So, in this example, supposedly the student union wants to organize events using a limited budget of 1,500 ringgit. So, they can choose between workshops costing 200 ringgit each or charity drives costing 300 each, or both. There's also another constraint to this, a side of cost, which is there should be no more than 10 total events. In addition to that, each workshop provides 6 impact points while each charity drive offers 10 points. Thus, the overall goal is to maximize total impact. In this case, we define X as the number of workshops while Y the number of charity drives. Now, we build the equations. First of all, we build the objective function, which is represented by equation 3, which is 6x plus 10y, in order to maximize impact or maximize Z. Then, we build the budget constraints, which is represented by equation 1, 200x plus 300y not more than 1,500 ringgit. And last but not least, the second constraint, which is the event limit constraint, represented by the equation of x plus y less or equal to 10. This setup allows us to test different combinations of x and y to find the optimal solution. After going through a few trial combinations to find the best result, we can see that trial 1 is within the budget limit, but then its impact is only 44 points. As for the second trial and also the fourth trial, it costs us 1,600 ringgit for each, which is over budget. Therefore, both trial 2 and also trial 4 should be rejected. Now, let's take a closer look to the trial 3. Trial 3 fulfilled both constraints, which are cost constraint and also event constraint, and it also resulted to the highest impact, which is 48 points. Therefore, we can conclude that the optimal choice is 3 workshops and 3 charity drives, as it results in the highest impact of 48 points, while fully utilizing the budget and staying within event limits. This demonstrates how linear programming can bring mathematical clarity and also strategic insight to everyday decisions. We've seen how linear programming supports optimal planning. Let's shift to another essential tool in project management called project scheduling. Now, what is project scheduling? Project scheduling is the process of breaking down a project into smaller tasks, estimating time and resources, setting task order and dependencies, and allocating people and tools efficiently. This is crucial in complex projects where timing and coordination affect the final outcome. Without proper scheduling, projects can experience delays, cost overruns, or failure to meet goals. Let's now reflect on how project scheduling connects with Islamic values in Surah Ash-Shura, verse 38. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم والذين استجابوا لربهم وأقاموا الصلاة وأمرهم شورى بينهم ومما رزقناهم ينفقون. And those who have responded to their Lord and established prayer and whose affair is determined by consultation among themselves and from what we have provided them. This verse emphasizes shura, or collaborative decision-making. In project scheduling, this means involving team members in planning is crucial. Not only that, being open to adjustments helps in mutual consultation, which results to a more effective project planning. By taking into consideration everyone's ideas and also contributions, it can help to generate a more effective planning. This verse also highlights on the importance of regularly reviewing your progress and also being open to adjustments. Therefore, we can respond wisely to unexpected challenges. This Quranic wisdom teaches us that good planning is not just technical, it's also social and ethical. Now let's take a closer look to the example, shall we? The process involves decision making, where goals and timelines are set and funding is secured. Next, people and equipment are assigned. All engineers, laborers, cranes, materials, all must be scheduled correctly. Third one, checking progress. Are tasks completed on time? If delays happen, how do we make adjustment? And last but not least, completing the project. Final quality control checks, safety approvals, and also handover. Each step is crucial and it depends on the correct sequence and timing. If one part delays, the whole project could suffer. That's why tools like Gantt charts, BERT diagrams, and critical path analysis are commonly used. In conclusion, both linear programming and project scheduling are indispensable tools in decision science. They help us plan efficiently, use resources wisely, and achieve goals with clarity and precision. Most importantly, when used with Islamic values like avoiding waste and practicing mutual consultation, These tools help us make decisions that are not only smart, but also ethical and spiritually grounded. Thank you so much for your attention. We hope this video has provided valuable insights into how decision science not only connect with real-life planning, but also Islamic teachings. May Allah guide us to always plan with wisdom, act with sincerity, and succeed with barakah. With that, we end our video with Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.